Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I'm back to look at another Pocket Models set. So I just recorded a video of me looking at the Star Wars Pocket Models release, which was probably my favorite just because, I love the Star Wars universe. But this is actually the original, and I had so much fun with the Star Wars one. I thought I would open one of these Pirates ones as well. I have a few of this purple one, and I have a bunch of other just like random packs. I never was able to get a full display box of this just because they're a little bit expensive to get full displays of this. This is kind of a rarer product now. It's old. It's from 2007, so probably never heard of it. But before we get to that, let's look at our top cards. So first off is this beautiful promo card featuring Ghost Spider. This came from the new 60th anniversary set. It just looks amazing. So that is my top card by far. My second place, though, is also really cool. This is a cute little chibi Cubile, an SD super deformed Cubile, and this card came from the Mechanical Stories set that Little Frog makes. So really nice, nice pull there. Now let's see what we've got here. Okay, so Pocket Models, if you didn't see the previous video or don't know what this is a constructible strategy game or constructible card game. And it's essentially a mix of trading cards, models, and a miniatures game, all mixed up. And like it says, you'll get everything you need to play in this pack, including tiny little dice. You'll see when I open it up. But there's going to be tiny little dice in here and all sorts of things for two people to play the game in this one pack. Hang on one second. Sorry, I'm back. I had a tiny little spider coming down right here. I got rid of him though. No worries. So yeah, everything you need to play will be in here. And the Pirates one was the original, and it's the one that WizKids kicked the product off with. It's an IP, at the beginning they owned this IP because, Pirates is kind of a public domain concept, right? The concept of Pirates. But then they partnered with Disney and made Pirates of the Caribbean sets. So it has all that kind of magical elements too. And that's why this one kind of has like a giant monster and stuff in it. Let's take a look at the back. So this is a later product in the series. So the earlier products are, I think, from like 2005 even, the very first ones. And this is quite late in the product's life cycle. They did release a lot of these these Pirates ones, way more than Star Wars. It's weird. You'd think Star Wars would have been popular, but it just didn't take off. But they did release a lot of different Pirates sets. I think like 10 different expansion sets for it. Yeah, and so in here we should get 5 ships and sea monsters, 2 Whirlpool Island cards, 2 crew or treasure cards, 2 dice, and rules. And then this was released in 2007. And like it shows here, this is actually like a rarity-based system. So you can pull, rare and super rare cards out of these packs that are worth more than the common cards, right? So it has like a randomization element to it to go along with the game and the trading cards. So yeah, it's a very complicated product. I think that's one of the reasons they had a lot of trouble marketing this, is it's kind of a complex thing. Although I think today they would have much more luck with a product like this than they did back then. I bet if this was coming out today, you could actually market this pretty easily, because today you've got Gloomhaven and these super complicated board games are quite popular. They already came out there. There we go. And those games are very complicated, right? And people still play them all the time. So I feel like you could definitely interest players in a game like this today. Here's that. Here is that. I'm trying to find the little dice. There's supposed to be little dice, but I'm not seeing them unless they're inside here maybe. Huh. Maybe we didn't get the little dice in ours. Oh, these are supposed to have like a little tiny dice inside of them, but maybe they're in one of the packs yet. So here you go. This is the site for it, although it's not really, it's not, doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. Then a little bit of a story here. I guess you can do kind of a redemption kind of thing. Although again, long obsolete, that redemption's not going to work anymore. And here's sort of one of the promo. Yeah, so this is promo. Rarity is green. Green is special edition or promo. So this is not like a rare card. It's every one of these boxes will have it. But this is Angelica the Sea Dragon. When the Sea Dragon hits an enemy ship, you may also eliminate one cargo from the ship. Nice. And I don't know. Let's open some of these up and see if we can figure it out. Oh, there's one of the little dice. Okay. I kind of folded it in there. But just so you can see, that's the dice they give you. You get one in every pack. So every pack will have a dice like this in it. And that's just, for rolling and playing the game. I assume this is going to be the rules. Try and keep everything here on the table. This definitely looks like a rule book of some kind. Maybe a couple different ones. So here you've got a checklist. Well, that's cool. So you can see everything that is available in here. Pirates, England, Spain, France, America. Looks like some super rares there are cursed things. Okay. And then this is a complete game. Oh, well, that's tough to read, but you can pause and maybe at 1080p you can read that. I'm not sure if it'll come through or not. Oh, that's a lot of rules, and it's tiny. Fog bank, iceberg, reef. Gosh, there's a lot going on here. It's like a full-on strategy game, like a full miniature strategy game. All distances in the game are measured with the long and short side of the card. Well, that's cute, because in miniatures games, you're always kind of measuring things, and I guess in this one you can measure that way. Okay, each player rolls a dice. Some instructions. Oh, there's the Sea Dragon instructions. Okay. Well, I need that because I was going to build the Sea Dragon. So let me try that. And so, like I said, these are not just trading cards. They are also models, little model kits. And the Star Wars ones look honestly really good. And I think the Pirates ones also look really good. But some of the other series they made, like they made a Transformer set where the model can be either the robot or the vehicle, and those don't look very good. You should, I don't have any because they're also really expensive, but look online if you get a chance for the Transformers pocket models, and you'll see what I mean. They look kind of, well, they don't look great. And I think this consensus is pretty well known. They also aren't the OG Transformers. They're like movie art ones too, so that is also a problem. Okay, trying to get this all snapped out of here. And these models are engineered to go together with no glue. So we should not need any glue to build this. Let me just see now if I can figure it out. So it looks like this might be the front here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and place it across here like that and that. wonder if there's a solo variant of this. I should go look it up because I can never get anyone to play these games with me, but if there's solo rules, I can sometimes try to play them by myself just to kind of see how the rule systems worked. If the rule systems worked. Some of these older games, the rule systems just don't work. But this one looks like it could be fun, and you know, if the monster had a sort of automatic rules that it would follow, you might be able to yeah, you might be able to basically play it by yourself, maybe. I know these are very different videos because now you're watching me build a little model and not watching me open trading cards, but they are actually trading cards as well. Although it looks like this particular set is not really randomized at all. It's just kind of you get what you get in it. But there are definitely trading card-like aspects to this that I think make it interesting and fun to talk about. And fun to collect. That's why I bought a bunch of these, just because I figured over the years I would maybe build a few every once in a while and kind of, oh, see, looking pretty good. And maybe build up a little armada of ships over time. Although I don't know, like storage-wise, I would probably need to clear a shelf or something, or get a little display case for these. This one, though, is pretty big, to be honest. This model, much bigger than really any I've seen before. And it looks like this goes on the head, kind of like this. Right there. All right, there's your sea monster. So that would be kind of a scary thing to encounter on a boat, wouldn't it? Especially if the boats are smaller than that, which I think they are. So why don't we open up one of these packs then and see what's in here. Looks like they might be, are they identical? They might be identical. If they're identical, then I only need to open one. Today. I mean, eventually we'll open everything, but for now I think we can get away with just opening one of these. I like this release more than, so in the Star Wars release, the models are much bigger. They come on cards that are, you know, twice the size of a regular trading card, right? And they all come that way. So you can't really put them in a binder, right? They won't fit. Whereas this one, the ship models come on trading card sized things. See? So I could, you know, if I wanted, and I actually will eventually do this when I actually get around to opening the packs, you can sleeve that and put it in a binder, right? I guess this one is red. Red is common. Okay, good. Well, there you go. So that's a common ship. For now, we'll build this. We're not going to sleeve it now. Okay, so there's one thing we got that says 2 of 2. This is 1 of 2. And card 48. So these are the same. This is crew. Crew. I guess you combine crew and a ship to get your kind of to get your sort of like your strategic elements, right? That way the same ship can have different characteristics. So this is neat. This one is rare because it's got a gold here, gold, rare. And the floating stone is France's experiment in allowing revolutionaries. Ah, cool. All right. Neat. And then we've got here Calico Cat. Once per turn, roll a d6 so they can actually kind of help the ship. That's another rare card. Interesting. Very interesting. Then we have a Common treasure. So you can pop, like I'm not going to pop all these out, but you basically have like gameplay pieces on the cards, right? Again, like such a unique concept. I said it in the last video and I agree now, like this would be an awesome thing to see someone resurrect in this day and age with a franchise like Warhammer or something like that, where you know you could really like get into the sort of fun of building little models and putting it all together. Like, could you imagine like little space marine kind of things like that? That would be, I think, a lot of fun. So okay, so let's try to build this ship and then we'll kind of end the video there. I don't think I'll try to build the rare ship yet. Why don't we look in this pack just to see if there's anything else that would be cool to build. Or if there's just different cards. Although we'll know now if they're exactly the same or not. The island card looks a little bit different. Treasure card also a little bit different. Well, I don't know where that one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I guess that's French and that's American. That's probably why. Here we go. Calico Cat again. So that card is the same. And this is Proud Tortoise. Okay. It's a turtle ship. I guess the idea is the turtle ships are maybe very hard to sink. So this is HMS Concord. Oh, so it is like the same ship. So I think maybe they did have very similar cards. It just different, slightly different rares. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Sorry, this is my first time actually opening and looking at this product. That's why I'm kind of going a little slow. But here, let's get it. Let's get this popped and start working on it here. Okay, so looks like this is kind of the, not the base really, but like the decking. Oh, okay, got it. And that's kind of the thickness of it. It's really not that thick, but it feels strong. And then I guess you're supposed to kind of keep this card. These are like damage markers. At least if it's like the Star Wars game, these are damage markers that you add to the ship later. But then also remember that this long side is used to measure distances on the board, right? Like you have to be this far away or something to attack. So yeah, okay, so I got that. Then it looks generally like, yeah, you put the two. Yeah, okay. I think you can kind of figure this out on your own, although it would be probably be better if they did have like little instructions right on the card. Because if you don't have this booklet, I think you would have quite a bit of trouble. Quite a bit of trouble with this. So what we'll do here is kind of push that through, pushing it through so that it goes like up, right? And then I'm going to bend this piece in so it goes right there. Oops. Watch me break my first one here. Okay, keep trying. There we go, got it. So now there's kind of a curve to that. This is the HMS Concord. Cool. And then we'll just do the same thing here. And there are so many different ships. Like if you go on eBay and look, you'll see there's hundreds of different ones. And you'd think they'd like all look the same or something, but no, they actually kind of all look slightly different. It's pretty interesting. actually the sort of variety of ship designs they had in this game. Oh, sorry. Okay, I pushed that in too far. Oh, that's my bad. Okay, here. Yeah, there we go. I see. It's very precise. Like if you don't have it precise, it won't snap. And so don't force it because you'll break the piece if you do. And then that's gonna float. Yeah, kind of like that. Cool, cool. Okay, and then we can put the okay, so we're kind of like a two-mast ship, and one of the masts is on this back deck here. I don't know my ship names, sorry. I'm going to assume, yeah, the smaller sail. I wish I knew. There's like proper names for the types of sails and things. I'm sure people watching know them. I don't, I'm sorry. This is going to be printed on both sides. Oh, what am I doing wrong here? There we go. Okay. Yeah, they do warn you that parts are fragile. And I found that to be true. Like they connect strong, but if you pull them out and put them back in again, it won't connect anymore. Happened to me with one of the shuttles I built. I took it off the stand too many times and it won't reconnect to that stand anymore. So that's a problem. Of course, you could always use glue like to solve that problem. It's not an unsolvable problem. Oh, sorry, I'm being a little quiet because I'm trying to a little bit serious time here. We gotta get it right. I don't want to break this right in front of everybody. I want my little ship to look pretty good here. Okay, there we go. And then we can put one more sail on it. That one goes in the front here. Good. Cool. And then there's an actual front sail, I guess you could say. And that will connect sort of right in here. You see there's this little notch. I'm going to put it in like that. And then there is our ship, HMS Concord. Little model of the ship there. Move a little bit to the side here. Oh, got those folded up. Okay, yeah, so there you go. That's kind of what this is all about. And then, like I said, you would use these to measure. Like you can't attack unless you're in this kind of range and sideways. It's that sort of a miniature style game. But yeah, there you go. You got a nice little sea dragon, and I built one of the ships. It came with more. There were about 5 ships total I could have built. I figured I'll just build one in this video. But there you go, little models and an interesting little game there. Hope you enjoyed the video and talk to you soon.